From junior school, I think probably Richard Haynes was somebody that I used to play with around at school. I played with there was a couple of neighbours that were at school. One was a year older, one was a year younger, Tracy and Sarah Heathcote, so they were my neighbours. We used to play a lot with those. There was Vicky Sherratt, a lady called Vicky Sherratt. She used to live on Wellfield, and we used to we got to sort of, I suppose, about 9 or 10, and we were allowed out in the evenings. We just used to walk around the village for hours and hours and hours, and we just walked everywhere.
Leisure time, besides sort of going around to Claire's house, I spent a lot of time sort of playing over at Walkfield. And in those days there were some big concrete pipes over there, which I presume were left from when the Walkfield estate was built. And we used to spend ages playing in there, running in and out of them, hiding. And there was a lot of earth as well, which had been mounded up, and grass had grown over it over a period of time. Lots and lots of molehills on there. So we used to dig for all the moles. Not that we ever found any, but we used to sort of take our spades over and try digging for these moles.
I say walking around the village, going up to the weir where we weren't meant to go because Mum wouldn't let us, but we used to because they were at work all the time, so that was fine. And we used to walk sort of up the quarter-mile bridge, and there used to be a little, I think there still is, like a big piece of wood that goes across there, and we used to sort of dare each other to walk across there and stuff when we were little.
Well, because we lived near the fields, it was always, we played on the canal, around by the canal and the fields and all that sort of area, so we were always over there really, spent most of our time over there, the cricket pitches, and most of it seemed to have around the canal and the river. It was a lot of our younger life really, and out on BMXs, things like that really. So it was, that and skateboards, playing really. So there weren't many made recreationally, so you had to go off and do your own thing really and do whatever. But
we used to just spend all our time outside. We were here, there and everywhere, and you used to go out in the morning and say to your mum, I'll be back for tea, and literally we were out all day.
It was nothing for me and my friends at the age of 13, 14, 15 to get on our push bikes, and we would cycle off to Lichfield and we would cycle off to Burton.
We'd go on the bus to Burton and we thought we were the coolest things. And I think I was about 14 the first time I went on a bus. It was ridiculous. We used to go to Burton and we used to go to McDonald's and we'd have a milkshake, and then we'd literally get on the bus and come back again.
And the level of the canal was a lot lower in those days, and by Lock Cottages there were some rocks that were sort of exposed out of the water, and we used to stand on there and play on there. And also in a few areas where the bends in the canal were, it was quite sort of sandy, so we used to pretend that it was the seaside and we were on the beach and have lots of fun there.
We used to ring. There used to be a phone box at the bottom of Wellfield Road. There used to be a phone box, I don't know whether it's still there now, outside the chip shop, and then one at the War Memorial.
That's
and
right,
we used to ring the phone boxes to see who was out around the village.